It's a beautiful day today, and if it's your first time coming to the channel, my name is Tall, and this is YouTube channel Traveling Tall. What you see right there is a poster for Traveling Tall's Run to the Hills 6. We're coming soon. You've seen him before. Got some Screaming Eagle Olins on his bike. He got some things done to it. Look at this carbon fiber he got on there. That looks really good. So he got a few goodies on this new road glide. If you guys been following the channel, y'all was with me when he bought it down at, what was the name of the Harley dealership? Yeah, shout out to Pensacola Harley-Davidson for doing their thing. And guys, I brought out the old school today. The old school. Let me show you this. Let me put my glasses on before I leave these behind. Let me show you this real fast. So this right here is what the bike used to look like. That's the same bike. See that on the poster? It looks a lot different now. So now this is what it looks like. And it's ready for whatever, you know. All right, but today we about to get out of here and go ride down to the other Harley shop. We're going to Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson and check on something for Tez. You guys gonna go with me and get a first-person view of this 2019 Harley-Davidson Street Glide with the Zippers Performance 128. We'll just go down Mississippi. All right, let's roll, guys. Man, it's been a minute. Old ZULU has been locked away for a little bit. Time to get ZULU out. ZULU the warrior. Hop on the interstate here and head down to Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson, or over to Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson. It is February. Can you believe it's February? And we are out riding these motorcycles today. Well, get that lane, Tez. Oh, this big truck is trying to get over. I guess. I don't know what he's trying to do. Man, I got something in my pocket that's just getting on my nerves. I hate riding with stuff in my pocket. I hate it. Hey, it's been a minute, guys, since I've been on this one. I'm used to riding, I done rode those other ones, the new platform, the Helix platforms. That's the 24 road glides and street glides, but this Generation 1 M8, boy, it still ain't no slouch. It ain't no slouch at all, but that sure does look good on it. That paint color looks really good. He's done some good things with that bike. But boy, I tell you what, ZULU sure does sound good. Had to stop to put a little bit of air in my tire. Here we go. Oh, that concrete mixer truck's gonna be in the way. You know, one thing I like about the new generation street glides and road glides versus the older generation, like when I was at the red light right there, it didn't have my I couldn't even see what gear I was in. I mean, I know what gear I was in, but I couldn't really see it. Let me put this down so you don't hear any wind. This motorcycle is just so different than any other motorcycle that I got. The handling of it, I got full Olin suspension front and rear. So the suspension is really set up to handle and perform. But the biggest thing that makes this motorcycle different, well, one of the biggest things, well, no, wait a minute. One of the things that make this motorcycle different is the tire on the back. Because I opted for a 17-inch tire. It was a 16, then I went up to 18, then I went back down to a 17. And the reason why I went with a 17 is to make the tire a 200 wide tire when it used to be a 190. And that's the biggest difference between this bike and the other bikes and how it feels. That 190 is a lot more flickable. That 200 is wide and it fights against you. Oh, he's getting all the way over. Go ahead, we good. Hope the traffic ain't too bad today. Just cruising on down the road. guys, so back to what I was saying. I'm sorry I'm rambling, and I'm probably not going to edit this video, so you're going to get this video in real time of my rambling and everything else in between. But the 200 does not turn as good as the 190. It does not fall into the corner as well as the 190. You have to fight against it to make it turn. But I also had a 21 on the front, and now I got a 19 on the front. I got RC component race wheels on it, Laguna race wheels, and they're good wheels. They are a lot lighter than the stock wheels, a lot lighter than the 21 and the 18 chrome wheels that I had on it. Do they look as good as the 21 and 18? I mean, it depends on what you like. If you like the whole hot rod look, then yeah, they look better. But as far as the show bike look, now the other ones, you know, with the chrome, it was all shiny and it looked good. You pull up and people just like, hey man, that's a good looking bike. They don't compliment me on this bike. The only people that compliment me on this bike is other Harley people that like performance stuff, because they know what's done to it when they start looking at it. But the other thing that's done to this bike, the major thing that's done to this bike, is the Zippers Performance 128. And this is a stage, I guess you'd say stage 4 plus. Definitely got some get up and go. It's had several lives. This bike has had several motors in it, from a 124 sleeper, a 124 muscle, and then a 128, and then another 128. But the crank has been changed out. I got a dark horse crank in it. I got a Redshift 588 cam in it. The injectors are bigger. It's chain drive now. I got this big old thing, this 74 millimeter manifold and throttle body from Zippers Performance, and it is sucking in some air, and it's making the torque is it's good torque. It's making 153 or 154 foot-pounds of torque, and the horsepower is 180 horsepower. The only downside of it is, of this bike, if I'm being honest with you, is that it's a street glide and not a road glide. And I can't believe I just said that. But it sure will move though. Oh yeah, and by the way, if it sounds like it's revved up a little bit too, it's because when it's chain driven, I got it geared for the drag strip. So at any time I roll on the throttle, this thing is ready to go. I don't have to drop a gear and disappear. I roll back the throttle and I'm gone. But on the interstate, as you can see, at 80 miles per hour, I'm running at about 3,600 RPMs. At 80 miles per hour on my other bikes, I'm running at 3,000 RPM. But it sure does sound good, man. That Burns exhaust is a monster. And to tune everything, I got the Thundermax tuner. Yeah, I got a Bandit Machine Works race clutch in it. Zippers Performance chain drive. Zippers Performance locking axle on the back of it. And yeah, there's some stuff done to it. We're about to get off the interstate in just a second. Get on the back road. The ignition stuff has been top of the line stuff with that too. I mean, coil pack wires. It's been ran through the whole thing. The dark horse crank, when I had the 124, I had a dark horse crank. But now that it's a 128, I had to go with a different crank because it has a different stroke. So that's how I bumped up the 124 to a 128, and same cylinder head size. Same cylinder size. Stage 4 plus heads, I guess you would say. I'm not, you know, there's a little bit trickery done to the heads. What else can I tell you that I can think of? Oh, oil cooler. Thunder Max oil cooler on the front, ultra cool oil cooler down there on the side, Harley-Davidson flat out bars, Lepera kickflip seat, shift light right there. For some reason my shift light's not working, and I shift at like, if I'm on a drag track, I'm shifting at like 6,800 RPMs. So the red line has been moved. You see the red line right there being 5,000, 5,500 right there? I'm shifting closer to 7 right there. So it definitely has some get up and go. But the reason why I said I wish it was a road glide, believe it or not, because I love my street glide, is because on the quarter mile, when you're running 130 miles per hour, it starts to wobble on you. And I did everything I could. I took the windshield off. Get over here. Get off right here. I took the windshield off and turning right here. Took the windshield off and it fixed the wobble. But street glide still does not run as straight as a road glide, you know. So my thing is, at a quarter of a mile, it can get a little squirrely, and those are things I shouldn't have to worry about. You know what I mean? Eighth of a mile, I'm not worried about that, because you know you ain't gonna cross the eighth more than about 100, 105, something like that anyway. But quarter of a mile, you're getting way up there in the horsepower. Not in horsepower, in the speed range. So now we're cutting through the back way. Hey, I went in there yesterday, good times, to look at the new BMW GSA. They're nice, you know, guys, because you know I ride a Pan America and I like that bike. So anytime I see a new adventure bike coming out, because they made the GSA at 1,300. So anytime I see a new adventure bike coming out, of course I'm gonna give it a, you know, go look at it and see what they're talking about. I like it. I like it a lot, but I don't like it more than my Pan America. What I don't like is the imposed sixth, I think that's what you call it, where it has those two big old things sticking out from the motor. They get in the way of my long legs, and I just don't like the look of it anyway. So, but the bike looks good, I just don't like the way the motor looks. And for an adventure bike, when I ride adventure bikes, I'm going out in the woods. I don't really ride adventure bikes just on the road. Well, I do sometimes, but my plan is when I get on one, I'm going to try to find a trail somewhere or do something. So I like riding adventure bikes, but there's no, it just wasn't, I don't see that bike being a good bike to take out on a trail. Could be wrong. Prove me wrong. Matter of fact, BMW, if you're listening, I'll ride one. I'll go take it out on the trail and see what it does. Let me know. But I really like my Pan America. I think it's a great bike, and I got some new things that I just did to that. So you guys are going to see that pretty soon. All right, guys, we ain't too far away from where we're going now. This is a good ride right here, out through the country. The tire that I have on, I'm gonna have to replace the next season. I got my Scenic drag hookup on there, and that is the tire that you need when you're making good horsepower. You want to launch strong from the line, a Scenic drag hookup, and it's a 200, so it's even better. I can't think of a better tire when it comes to drag racing than this. And I got Scenic's front and back. And I got, some people use the 777 or whatever. I know I use it. This is the real drag hookup. Matter of fact, it's actually track use only, stamped on the tire or something like that. They don't say, I think it says track use, not track use only. So the bike used to be black and chrome with chrome wheels and chrome things on it. Some cosmetic things that I did. I had the primary cover blacked out. I have the heads blacked out. Well, the rocker box covers, everything is blacked out on the bike except these handlebars and this center console right here, center dash or whatever. I need to change that out. But with Harley, even if you get a blacked out bike like my Road Glide and Ultra, they're blacked out. Like his bike's blacked out, you still can see some chrome in different places like that. So it's the point of, even though they're blacked out, oh, you're good, you're good. Even though they're blacked out, you still can have some chrome on it. So chrome, a little bit of chrome and black, it doesn't hurt the look of it. But this bike, I think with the black wheels, it just looks mean, especially with this big old breather sticking out on the side. That doesn't get in the way of my leg. Y'all see that? But I don't have any crash bars on it, but I used to have crash bars. Well, I used to have lowers on this bike. This would not work with lowers because lowers would actually interfere with the air induction of it. However, with these new flat out bars, the only thing, let me go back. The only thing that I missed that I had with the lowers was my highway pegs on the side of them, and the way that the lowers would keep the cold air off of you in the wintertime and the wet ground off of your pants leg when it rains. And those highway pegs, again, was a huge plus to have those. But with the new Harley-Davidson flat out bars, all I have to do, okay, they got to yield just like you do, but they didn't. All I have to do is put my feet on the flat out bars and use them as highway pegs. See, just like that. You can do that on either side. We're out here near the airport now. We're going to cut through here and go down the little back way and go into Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson. Now, there's some, let me show you down here just for some people that are interested. You got to be careful of what we're about to say because YouTube don't like hearing certain things, right? But I'll just point the sign out and then you can read the sign. There's a new factory here that makes some things that a lot of people might be interested in, and it just opened up over here on the right. I'll show it to you in just a second. What is this person doing? They built this whole facility. It's huge too. I think they assemble there and distribute, I don't know, but I know it was a big deal. It offered a bunch of jobs. All right, you about ready to see what I'm talking about? I'm going to show you. There's the factory up there, and there is the sign right there. See that sign? So now you know what they make. Yeah, that's pretty cool that that's made in Tennessee. Pretty awesome. Huge facility too. All right, guys, so we're on the back road. We got about 5 or 6 more minutes to get there. Enjoying this ride. You can see Tez's bike back there. He got those yellow lights down there on his crash bar, or his flat out bar. That looks good. Those lights on that road glide looks good too, man. I really like that. And the truth, everybody always taking and putting Baja design lights on the road glides. They look good. Don't get me wrong, they look good. But I like that. I know it's stock. It's weird to say that you like something stock better than aftermarket, but yeah, I really do. I like that little phantom light that goes around that road glide, and I just think it looks good. It's a very clean design, very clean. The Baja design stuff looks cool for a performance bagger, but it looks like an afterthought. Like you can tell it was not made for that. But it's cool looking. It's cool looking. But in my Road Glide, I'm leaving it with the Harley like. I just like it better. Man, it seems like everybody's going where we're going. When did you get those?
A couple weeks ago.
Huh?
A couple weeks ago.
Nice.
I bought a lot of shoes just for riding.
You got a lot of shoes for riding? Yeah. Oh, by the way, too, let's talk about this. This bike has a hydraulic clutch. Back in 2019, Harley-Davidson had hydraulic clutches on their bikes. I think even 2020 they had hydraulic clutches on their bikes. But in 21 they decided to go back to the cable clutch, because I know my 23 has a cable clutch and my 24 has one, and the 25 has one too, has a cable clutch. But this bike has a hydraulic clutch. And for drag racing purposes, for getting off the line, good. My preference is definitely a hydraulic clutch. I think, I don't know, it just feels better. The cable clutch, you can feel where it lets out. It's kind of like a little notch. You feel like where it pops out or whatever, but seems like you can slip it better with the hydraulic clutch. Oh yeah, I didn't say anything about the clutch basket too. It's a Evolution Industries clutch basket. Oh yeah, speaking of the clutch, an Ames slave cylinder, because if I didn't have an Ames slave cylinder upgraded, hey, this doggone, it's already a bear, but this doggone clutch lever, you'd have to be world's strongest man to pull that thing. So that's a thing to have. But you know, with the cable clutch, I guess it wouldn't matter. But I still like a hydraulic clutch better. Much better. About a mile down this road, then we turn left, and we'll be pulling up at Smoky Mountain Harley. If you're wondering where we are, we rode from West Knoxville through Louisville into Maryville. And that way, if we wanted to go a little bit further, 20 miles that way, in those mountains, that direction, it's the Dragon, Foothills Parkway, all of that stuff. Oh, let's talk about these bars too. These are the 6-pin kickers from KST. I need to change these over and get them black, and change this to black too. If I'm going to go black, I might as well go all out, you know what I mean? But yeah, these 6-pin kickers, I like them because they keep my hands below the fairing here. They're up high enough. I feel good with my shoulder height. Oh man, I don't know what's going on here. Got to be careful with that. I don't see. Now I'm trying to get over. Oh, come on. All right, we're almost here now, guys. But yeah, they feel good with my shoulder height and all that stuff. And you know, everybody always talks about the bars, but nobody ever talks about the grips. The grips are Avon, which are great grips. Shout out to Avon too. They make good grips. Everything I got that's not Harley grips It's always Avon grips. I don't even consider any other grips. Matter of fact, I got even Avon grips on my other Road Glide that I need to take off because they're Chromeworks Avon grips, and I want the traditional Avon grips like these. These things are great. They feel good. Man, this place is packed. What is going on here? All right, guys, we're here now. We're gonna take you inside, let you see what's going on. What's the going ons? Look at that new trike. Looks good too, boy. All right, we're here.